Also, a big stink I was telling you about today in Chicago. Of course, CPS has all kinds of problems.
Sure.
They have a game that was scheduled to be played today at 1 o'clock. Morgan Park versus Simeon, two of the bigger schools in the state.
Mm-hmm.
And well played. One's in 4A and one's in 3A. And they probably are both picked to win state championships the way we're talking. Morgan Park parents, not the kids, Morgan Park parents say, hey, we're not going to let our kids go to another facility to play our home game. Because they only seat like 279 was the number
Right, that's
they
a
put
game
in
that
there.
a lot of people want to see.
And so they demanded that CPS change that. CPS wouldn't change it. We give you a deadline of 5 o'clock Thursday night. If you don't change it, we're not playing.
Yeah.
Well, now they decided that they're going to postpone the game and discuss it on Monday and see what they want to do. And but they want a new gym.
Right.
This is also the school in the last 5 years has had $30 million of updates on their school, new air conditioner and all that stuff, which I understand. You got to have that to take care of the building.
Right.
But they want a new gym. This is also the same school that goes to 3 out-of-state tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
They recruit heavily. I don't care. I'm going to say that. They recruit heavily because they had the kid last year from California that came in. They do all that stuff. It's getting crazy in high school sports. In Chicago, it's always been crazy, but it's getting that way all over the place now where you're seeing a lot of that. And it's kind of sad in a way because high school sports used to be the gentle version.
Well, I was going to say, what are you going to do? You can't make the school build a new gym if they don't have the money to do it.
They're saying they are.
But, okay, kind of one of your favorite topics, something we've talked about a couple times a day. They'll just all transfer.
Yeah, they'll go somewhere else.
Exactly.
They'll be a Simeon or...
Fine, not going to build a new gym. We're just going to go over here. Now your team's not going to be any good anymore, so have fun with that.
Mike O'Brien, who's a good friend of ours from the Sun-Times, he didn't go to 3 nights of basketball because he was covering the story. And I'm sitting there going, Mike, just go to the games.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth to give them that. They're going to have a press conference about this now. And I'm going, you're just distracting from what the goal of high school sports is. If you want to fight for a gym, start a fundraiser and get it started.
Exactly.
Because they have no money in the system, right? If they get a gym now, you're going to say, where in the world did they get that money from?
Exactly. Yeah, it's
Does it just shock you sometimes?
Start one of those GoFundMe things, Well,
that's what Simeon does for their trips, their road trips. And they say, well, we don't want to give up another home game. I'm sitting here going, you go to 3 out-of-state tournaments. That one in Michigan where they had to forfeit. If they would have forfeited the game, it would have been their second forfeited game of the season because of the one in Michigan that they had to forfeit.
Right.
And you're going, you don't really want to do that. You're just trying to.
Yeah.
And the kids are the political pawns in it.
That's exactly right.
The one kid said, my mom says I can't go, so I'm not going to do it. Now, I bet you he listens to his mom all the time. Do you think?
Sure.
Doesn't that distract from some of the stuff?
It does.
It's getting to be commonplace. The problem is it kind of leaks out from Chicago and goes everywhere else then.
Well, what I don't get is why are they so upset about losing a home game? Now, I don't know where they have to travel to. I don't know where they're going to play that game at.
They were going to have to go clear across town to I'm trying to think they ended up at Brooks.
Okay.
And Brooks is bigger. 297, you've seen those kinds of things.
Yeah.
It's probably like your son's school.
Yeah, probably. So maybe, maybe some of the parents couldn't get there to the other gym to see the game.
They couldn't get to Wisconsin. They couldn't get to Michigan.
I can't imagine that, from a money standpoint, I can't imagine that they lose out. I have to imagine that there's an agreement saying, that it's your home game, you're going to get the proceeds.
I think it all goes into CPS.
Well, that's probably what it does anyway, yeah.
So
I don't know.
Wow. That was quick today, wasn't it?
It was quick.
Well, I'm going to try to make it out to some basketball games.
Well, there's one or two going on. So.
Yeah, I hate cold weather, though, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're in the wrong spot for that, then.
This is a nice place to be, though, for high school sports.
Yeah, it is.
I'm glad I'm not in Chicago.
Especially this weekend.
My theory is get rid of them, let Chicago have their own association, and let the rest of us enjoy our lives. Is that cruel?
Well, yeah, you're probably right.
I'm cruel?
No, well, that too, but...
Okay. Hey, have a good week.